energy here, especially at the shop. It's the first female at the shop on the podcast.
Okay.
So, welcome. You know what I mean? First and foremost, Enzo, and that is my co-host. How long you been playing basketball for, Kaylin?
So actually, well, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name's Kaylin Brown. I go by KK Gets Buckets.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I've been playing since I was 4 years old, and ever since I just loved the game. I had a passion for it. I really take pride in my work ethic. So every day, getting better.
Do you remember like what made you fall in love with it at 4 years old?
Ever since I was young, I always had a ball in my hands. Always dribbled. Always, I slept with it. Always shot. And I just loved it ever since.
All right, so I have a question since my daughter just turned 3. What do you think I can do to instill that love for the game? Because I put a soccer ball in front of her, but she wasn't too fond of it, it seemed like it. Like, she would cry at the practices, but she was 2 at the time.
Right.
So, you're saying at 4, you slept with the ball?
Right, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I did. I slept with it. I dribbled in grocery stores and always had it with me. I actually played soccer as well, but I started playing basketball first, and then I felt like I'll have a better future playing basketball. I was good in soccer, but I was like, I'm gonna go pro in basketball. So I just chose basketball, and I actually loved it more. I liked soccer, but I just had a passion for basketball.
But at that age, you already told yourself, I want to go pro.
Yeah, I just knew from the jump. I was like, I'm gonna go pro. No matter the adversities and everything, that's gonna face along the way. I don't know if you're gonna ask any question or mention that. I don't want to get too far ahead. Jump.
No, for sure. But I'm sure there's.
But was it like you were watching someone? Was it someone was influencing you in a sense that made you want to get that love for it, or was it like you were watching the games like?
I would just say I watch games a lot. My dad used to play as well. I watched Kobe a lot growing up. So I would just say I wanted, to be that next, female professional basketball player that people looked up to. And, like Diana Taurasi's and the Sue Birds. And I wanted to just instill everything I learned, like growing up, how to like I said, fight through the adversity. There's obstacles, and just to be a mentor and good role model to the young girls that want to play after me.
Okay.
That's dope. So you watched Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird and Lisa Leslie. That was your era that you watched, or were you a little younger for that?
I didn't really watch much of Lisa Leslie, but more like Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, and actually I'm looking at the new players like Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Plum. So a lot of the new players I look up to, and I kind of model my game after.
For sure. And who was one of your favorite players since 4 years old going on, male or female?
So I was young. I would say Kobe. I love Kobe. I always, listen to his motivational speeches. I've watched his game. I have his books. I would say just his mentality and his work ethic. That's why I go so hard each and every day. I didn't really have, good coaches growing up, that would mentor and, respect my talent and work ethic. Mm-hmm. But I'm just blessed to have great trainers like PD and Dev and just Aaron Perez. And actually, I have some great coaches this season upcoming that really believe in my talent and is going to let me be the starting point guard and, lead the team. So just shout out to Coach Tiana Campbell and, like I said, my trainer PD. And
what school is this?
Actually, I'm going to be going to Bethesda University. So it's a new school, a new university in Anaheim.
Oh,
they just started their women's basketball program. So we've already started spring training and everything. So we're getting after it.
So from what school were you at before that one?
So I was at University of St. Mary's in Kansas.
Okay. Oh, so you were even away from home.
Yeah, I was in the Midwest.
How was that experience? Before we even get, I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves. So it was 4 years old, and then you got to elementary, where you already balling up the little boys. And
yeah, I was good when I always played with boys. And then when I got to high school, I actually went to St. Bernard. They had a really good program, but the coach left. So I ended up going to Lusinger High School, which wasn't a known school, And then I ended up winning a championship 2017 at Fairfax. So, my journey it was, different. It was rough. But, it just made me stronger, made me a better person, made me grow because, behind every storm, in my head, it's always going to be a rainbow. So everything that's happened to me is just a different journey, different path. But I'm still going to stay focused on the vision and the dream.
So you did win a championship?
Yes, I did.
For high school?
Yeah, Fairfax High School.
Oh, sick.
And how was that?
It was
not everybody achieves that at high school.
Right. It was great, man. It was really great. It was a good feeling. We were actually down by 19 points at halftime. We were playing Palisades.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually won 2 years prior, back to back. And we were down, like I said, and I came in, hit the game-winning 3 with 10 seconds left. And it was a clutch moment. You know, I trained every day, so I prepared for those big-time shots, big-time moments. So it was a blessing.
Was the team kind of like with that mentality, well, this team has won it so many times, how do we defeat them? How do we overcome that, you know, mentally in order to achieve that?
Yeah, like I said, coming in, you know, I just, like, as a team, we just said, this is our year, you know. We had our chemistry. We had a good year going, and I actually played one of the girls on Palisades, and I've been going at it with her for, like, years. We actually played in the championship in 7th grade.
So would you consider her, like, kind of like your rival in a sense?
I mean, yeah, her name is Chelsea, by the way, Chelsea Gibbons. So we actually played, you know, with and against each other. So 7th grade at Crossroads, she was at Windward. So I ended up playing her at Crossroads. We won the championship. It was a close game, neck and neck. She hit a 3, I hit a 3. We were going neck and neck. And
it's all like competitive love, though, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, we all pushed each other to get better. And then we ended up playing against each other in high school, you know. So I'm waiting. In college, she just actually graduated from LMU. So probably in the pros, that's when we're going to maybe get after it again. But
or
I love
perhaps be
competing.
teammates, right? You guys might be teammates, right? In the pros?
Right,
Or
yeah.
that.
Maybe we play for the Sparks. We play in the Wnba
Oh,
together.
let's get it. I love that
backcourt.
manifestation. You gotta
You
get it.
manifest, yeah.
Heck yeah. And especially when you put the work behind it. And you gotta be
Exactly.
louder with the manifestation because it's gonna come. Like
I believe in work ethic, like I keep on saying, you know, it's like you can have talent, you can be good, but me personally, I don't just rely on my talent.
you outworking the guy that's naturally talented, the
Right.
person that's like, because that's what it's about. Like a lot of people don't understand that for especially for basketball, like, I mean, you're usually you're a point guard, so usually the
Yes.
shortest person on the
Right,
court.
right.
We have to. I can relate because I had to play point guard in the past, and it's always like you gotta outwork everybody,
Right.
and it's like a chip on your shoulder. But at the end of the game, like you stamp yourself because they know what kind of damage or how lethal you are. You know what I'm saying? That it's sick. So
Not only that, you're the brain of the whole team.
and
at
then
the
that
same
part,
time.
how does it feel
You
to get
gotta
the
have that
keys?
ego vision to be like, how am I gonna set up this play? You know,
How does
so
it
that
feel
the
to
team
get the
succeeds?
keys to the new team that you're about to?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a blessing. Like I said, I put in the work, so I finally have a coach that's going to give me that opportunity to lead the team. And I'm a scoring player. I'm a shooter, so I shoot threes, but I also facilitate, get my teammates involved. But also when it's time, like I said, when it's time to step up, you know, I'm going to make sure I take over. But it feels great. It's a blessing. Like I said, I'm just thankful, and I'm just going to continue to grind every day and, you know, train and get better. Just take it day by day, week by week. And yeah, it's a blessing. I'm thankful.
Have you faced any injuries in your career as far as like from like high school up until
No,
this point?
I've actually been pretty healthy. I work out. I lift a lot with my trainers, and
Dope.
we lift so we make sure I'm stronger, get more explosive power. Aaron Perez, our new strength and conditioning trainer, been doing a lot of stuff in the sand. So we've been doing like explosive work, strength work. So that's important. I have had concussions, you know, but not really injuries. I've tried to stay fit and in shape.
Oh, sick! And how does that affect your game when you get a concussion? Like,
I mean, it affects your memory, you know, but
Oh,
I'm always
snap.
going to be able to shoot, handle, you know. I'm always going to be able to have my skill set, you know, but just my memory. But other than that, I mean, I still see the floor. I'm still playing like I usually do. Like I haven't had any.
isn't it crazy how a lot of people think that basketball is not that physical, but you get concussions in basketball too? Like,
Yeah. See, I mean, I was young when I got, I was, you know, diving for balls out of bounds and playing football elementary school. It's like I was, you know, young when I had them, but yeah, I feel like it's not as physical. Now I feel like more the men's game, it's more for like, you know, like in a sense, meaning like foul calls, you know,
Right,
it's more
for
like
sure.
tiki-tack with us. We
Oh,
can't
yeah.
really get
When
aggressive and get dirty,
you
right?
watch a WNBA game right now, you seeing some real physical basketball.
Right, at
that-
the pro level, yeah,
you
the
don't
pro
see
level,
that
it's
in the
real
NBA.
physical, yeah,
They blow
yeah.
the whistle real quick in the NBA, but the WNBA,
Right,
they
let
them
us play. Right, they let them play.
It's definitely it's dope to see because I mean, I grew up watching Lisa Leslie, and then following her, the Sparks drafted Candace Parker, and then I had a little crush on her too. She's just beautiful. But then I seen her UConn career; she just killed it. Was that UConn she went to, right?
Tennessee.
Tennessee,
Yeah,
there it
Pat
is.
Summit,
Who went to UConn that was on the Sparks?
On the sport, no.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Then I thought, then somebody got drafted or something like that. That was on the UConn Huskies, or nobody got drafted.
You probably talking about Brown, the story. She plays for Seattle though. She was at UConn.
But there was somebody that I remember seeing that like brought Candace like to like I don't know, it just brought something out of her. I think she only got one in with the Sparks, right? And then now she recently went to.
She was with Chicago. Now she's with the Aces.
The Aces, right? That's Vegas,
with Kelsey
right?
Plum. Yeah, she's with Vegas.
So it's like a trip to see her kind of grow from where she was at. Damn, I thought she was at UConn, bro. I don't know why I'm thinking.
No, Tennessee passed me. You probably talking about Taurasi. I think you're talking about Diana Taurasi.
Did she go to UConn?
Because she went to UConn. She played
because UConn is like, they're known for like having females just kill it year after year after year.
Gino or
like,
Emma.
Isn't that the coach, right?
Gino. Yeah, he instills that discipline. And he's big on that body language. So I listen to him a lot as well, too.
Okay,
he's a real disciplined coach.
What is something that you now, from watching like Candace Parker and Diana Taurasi, implement in your own game as far as like literally like playing basketball, the X's and O's?
I'll say, me personally, honestly, I watch more NBA. So, like, I look at Curry, Chris Paul, but a lot of times, like, so my step back, certain things I do is from the NBA game, but also I'm not going to the NBA, so I got to watch the WNBA game.
They got in the NBA they got some shakes and movers,
right? And Chris Paul coming off screens, but like Kelsey Plum. Now I'm looking at more WNBA players.
Is she related to the Plums in the NBA?
I don't think so, but Kelsey Plum. Yeah, I'm looking at her.
Mason Plum Lee, not Plum.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, like Kelsey Plum. She's a lefty, so she's great. So I look at how she carries her team. When does she score? When does she pass? Just certain aspects in her game I look at, because that's why I look up to Sabrina and that's with these young guards. So when I come in as a
that girl
rookie,
that was close to Kobe, right?
Yeah, Sabrina, yeah. So she played at Oregon. So so all these guards, I'm coming in as a rookie in a few years, and they're veterans, so I'm gonna learn under their leadership as well. So just bits and pieces of their game and the NBA game I try to admire in my game as well. But also I have my own game too,
And what's something in your game that you don't see or that you're gonna bring out that you don't think is seen, or is it just a work ethic, or do you
no? I mean, I'm a scoring point guard. I love to score, but my IQ is high. It can always get better, but I facilitate really well. So if I have a good big, man, it's gonna be a problem. I need good bigs, so that's me. But yeah, I like to score. I can shoot. I can handle the ball, good IQ. I'm working on my defense as well, just to be a two-way player, like Kawhi and Pat Bev. So once I get that defense down, man, I'm gonna be unstoppable.
Moving your feet, yeah. That's incredible that you have that like tenacity already. I can feel it because it's like now I feel like let's go play.
Yeah, man, we can play tomorrow. Let's go play once tomorrow.
That's crazy though, because. Have you ever had like a friend of yours that brought that out of you that was a male that was like y'all was always competing and stuff?
I mean, I didn't have brothers growing up, so I mean, not really. I had cousins. I have like play brothers. So T.Y. Gotti, he's a big brother to me. He plays overseas and he's playing in the TBL. So we'll go at it when we get in the gym. Sometimes we're both shooters, so he'll make me better. I make him better. So
talk a lot, like talk.
Yeah, we talk trash and all that good stuff. But yeah, probably T.Y. Gotti. He's always pushing me, and we getting back to it. Actually, he took me to the sand dunes this past week, and I was like, we got to get back to the dunes, man. We got to get back to that grind, right?
Because you get another like it's something. It's just a motivation from somebody that that he's overseas. He's at where you want to get to. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then, have you gone to the dunes before? It's the first time you went with him.
No, that was actually my first time going to the dunes.
Oh, so he's exposing you to dope new workouts and stuff like that.
Good speed work, good endurance, cardio. That's the main thing. Once I get my cardio up to play 30, 40 minutes this season, because my head coach was like, you got to be in shape, game shape. So once I'm in shape,
you really living that basketball. Like, ball is life for her.
Right. I'm telling you, every day, like, that's all I do every day. I wake up, eat, obviously train, do schoolwork, whatever, shower, and then
how do you balance life, work, basketball, family?
I mean, I balance it because like I know my goals and my vision and my focus. So I don't, like I said, I don't go out much. Here and there, maybe to eat, whatever, movies, whatever, bowling. But like I said, my training
podcast.
But yeah, my training schedule, because what I do, I'll train, like I said, with my team. We do strength and conditioning in the mornings. Then I come all the way. That's in Anaheim. Then I come all the way back. I'm taking the bus and train. And then after that, I go straight to the gym with my basketball trainer with PD, and we get it in. We've been working on finishes, mid range, a lot of stuff I'm not comfortable with, but we've been working on a lot of finishes and bumps and all that. So that can just expand my game, So what I learned from PD, I'm very grateful because he really cares about you as a player and he pushes you. And I also worked with Earl Ramsey. I know he was on this podcast, so there's a lot of good. Shout out to Earl, God and Grind Gage. So just a lot of different trainers pushing me, and I'm learning a lot of new things to aspects, and to just make my game a lot better.
That's dope. So like you're ready, yo. I can feel it. You're gonna be in the next 5 years, 3 years. Yeah. we gonna be like, yo, we had Kaylin on a podcast. She's overseas playing. She's in the WNBA. You know what I mean? It's gonna be. I can't wait
just
to
trust
see
that journey and process. Yeah, just keep staying humble and stay on the grind, stay focused, and I'm ready.
Laker fan too,
Laker
or a
fan,
Clipper
yeah.
fan?
I'm a Laker fan all day.
Let's
Laker.
go.
He had to check.
I just had to check.
Hey, Laker
Sure.
fan all day. Kobe, man. Austin.
I mean, there's a lot of people that like Kobe, but they didn't like the Lakers.
Austin Reeves. I like Austin Reeves. I like players who are underrated. So like Austin Reeves is an up and coming, young player. He could score the ball. He could shoot. I like that. He got game.
Honestly, we went to go watch them play against the Magic.
Okay.
And the way he carried that team that night, because he
35
like
that?
35
Yeah.
that night.
I had called
And
it
we
too.
were just like, I was in shock because AD wasn't doing anything that night. He had very low points, and just to see him like, hey, get to the line. All right, we got to get it. And I was just like, man, Austin Reeves, man, he's something else.
Yeah, Austin Reeves is great. He got game. I'm mad we got rid of Caruso, man. Alex
Should
Caruso.
have paid him the $8 million he
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, right.
They offered him $6. I'm like, what?
I'm glad we got Reeves though. I think that's why they probably let him go because they saw that on the radar. The scouting Lakers saw that and they're like,
I mean,
we'll be good.
But I mean, if we had both, man,
No doubt.
Yeah.
Caruso played well with LeBron. He was
did.
cutting
Yeah.
and like
That
LeBron
was
would always
that
find
was
him.
the thing about
He would
Caruso.
always find him.
Caruso's a player that knows how to play without the ball, which that is very rare. Like to actually think ahead and be like, let me move out of the way, let me move, even though the ball's
And he's
not
a two-way
there.
player too.
Yep, two-way
There's
player.
there's a lot of players that just stand there, like
Right, and see that's the thing too. Like you said, like you have to be able to play off the ball, And some players can't play. Like me personally, I like having the ball in my hands, but at the end of the day, the higher level, when I go pro, I may not always have the ball. Man, I may have to play on the wing, so you got to learn how to score. Play off the ball. So like a lot of times, like in the NBA, some players can't play off the ball.
Yeah.
So that's why like Westbrook and LeBron just wasn't like Westbrook plays better off the man. Like Westbrook's been playing good with the Clippers.
He was definitely playing.
And then
a lot
the last
better.
5-6 games with the Lakers, though, he was balling. He was.
Yeah, I feel like it just felt bad for him because like the spotlight, LA, they just criticize him so much. But he just don't have a jump shot.
Right, if he had a jumper, man, that's what you need. If you have a jump shot.
You know what's crazy is you mentioned CP3. CP3 and Westbrook had the same
style
stats.
of play, yeah.
Right.
Now the stats were damn near identical. Like maybe a point off, and the difference in an assist probably like. And then the rebounds, obviously, because he loves to rebound. But it was like they were both averaging 13, 14 points a game. I think their assists, he had 8. CP3 was at 8. And then Russell was at 7. And then his rebounds was at 8. And then CP3 was at 5 or 6 or something like that. But they were like right there, right? And I'm thinking, why isn't CP3 getting this like criticism?
The same backlash.
Right.
And my conclusion was, he got a consistent jumper.
Right, that's the main thing.
That's the name of the game. You gotta put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, you got to be a shooter as well. And Chris Paul, like in my eyes, he's a great point guard. But everyone keeps saying, "Oh, he's too old. He's old."
Nah.
But I feel like that's because he hasn't won championships. But I mean, he's a great point guard, great player.
Because he's had a history of getting injured in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you've never gotten injured in the playoffs, he most likely would have had a ring by now.
Yeah, I mean, with him and Booker and KD though, that duo in Phoenix right now,
What team? That's a very bold statement to say. What team would he have won a championship with if he would never got injured, bro?
Who?
He said
CP3.
It's probably one team that I'm thinking like maybe one team.
Clips.
Yeah, the Clippers.
Yeah,
2014.
I was gonna say Clippers.
City.
Yep.
2014
Lob City with
team.
Blake Griffin.
Yeah. The year that wasn't that the year that Kobe
That was
dunked
the year,
down?
bro. That was the year they choked. Literally, they were up. I think 3-2 or 3-1.
the year. Yeah, to the
They were
Blazers.
against
They
not
lost
to the Rockets, bro. And they
the
literally-
Rockets.
I remember they gave the ball to Blake Griffin in the fourth
Damn,
quarter, and
I'm
he didn't know what to
having
do with
some
it.
sick ass brain farts today on basketball, yo.
Like Blake Griffin, he would get the ball, he would just freeze.
Yep.
And yeah, that was their series. And that's why when I hear Clipper fans, I'm like, bro, you guys had like 8 years of the Lakers being down and out that they didn't do anything. They didn't make it in the conference
Not even the
finals.
playoffs.
Not made playoffs. They just didn't make it out the
We
second
were
round.
making the playoffs those years after Kobe. We were making the playoffs.
Clippers didn't.
No,
I mean, Clippers were making.
They were making the playoffs, going to
They couldn't make
Western.
it past the second round. Though.
Oh, yeah.
Even with all this team, bro, they had arguably one of the best 6 men of the year.
Who?
Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford.
They had
Jake
Sean
Grosso,
Livingston at one
Sean
time too.
Livingston,
He was
bro.
nice.
They've been stacked.
It's crazy how Sean Livingston left and then got a ring with the Warriors after his injury. Dang, that was a crazy.
It's a redemption story right there.
Yeah,
he was
it is.
a key piece to it too.
He was
just
their 6th man that year too
you know
when they
what I
won
mean?
it, like
Yeah.
the first couple ones.
It'd be like that.
But does that clear up my statement?
The CP, no, I was just wondering what team were you were gonna pick because that's the team I was thinking if he was gonna. I don't think he would have won it with the Rockets when they had.
It's just injuries have prevented him from
James
actually
Harden
winning something.
Or do you think they would have won it with James Harden?
That's what happened last time too. Remember, with the Suns, when they finally made it, he got injured.
Oh,
and then that's why they went down.
Staying healthy.
I also feel like Devin Booker wasn't.
They got to the finals.
I also feel like Devin Booker wasn't experienced enough.
He always gets injured
because it was his first finals, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he got hurt too. And then you had a guy wearing black Air Forces to each pregame. Like, come on, bro. Yeah. Giannis doing that was crazy. Like, he was in here black Air Forces and then dropping 50 a game. I think he had 50 almost every game, right, for the finals that year.
Giannis, he went off.
Man,
it sucks he got injured this year as well. I mean, that's why his team couldn't make it this year.
For sure, but
staying healthy is key.
It is, but he fell on his tailbone. That's like out of your control. The way you landed.
First game, 11 minutes in.
For real. Ouch. I don't know, man. Kobe would still play though, right? Kobe would play through these injuries. Get an epidural shot.
That's what Butler did.
He got
Butler got injured yesterday against the Knicks.
They still won?
He twisted his ankle. And he still played out the last minutes like that.
Jimmy Butler's like he's the last of the Mohican. He's like from that era of like having that dog in him.
Yeah,
like.
He has that dog mentality. 56-point game. I was like, man.
When?
Yeah, 56 the other night.
The game against
was this against the?
No, that was to kill
the Bucks.
The Bucks. Yeah.
Oh, see, there's something going on in the league. Then that 50-point mark. I think Braun got to hit it, or AD got to hit a 50-point game in the playoffs. Curry got one. Butler got one.
I think that's the only way we beat the Warriors. To be honest.
LeBron averaging 50. He had 50 one time on the.
AD got to go off.
I feel like AD has to go like AD.
Yeah, let's talk Lakers real quick.
Is that the? Yeah, like I feel like AD is like some games he's soft, and in some games he wants to be aggressive and turn it on. It's
For
like
real.
AD got to be consistent, just be aggressive.
If you were his teammate, what would you tell him to get him turn on?
I would just say
because he's always turned off. Like it's
I just say just be aggressive, AD. I'd
be that teammate that like pisses him off so he can go off. You know what I mean? Like
Kobe, yeah, exactly. Like, do you hold people accountable like that in your team? Your
I definitely do. Yeah, and then as well, like as a pointer, you gotta hold people accountable. Like if I'm not doing something, I'm not gonna tell someone what to do. But I'm always making sure I'm leading by example first. I'm working on being more vocal, but you gotta hold your teammates accountable. If you're late, like especially being on time is key too. Like any little thing like being late, that's just one thing pet peeve. It's like I don't like players and people who are late. If you're late.
For
it's
sure.
not a good look,
you
gotta be early. Gotta be early. Gotta be early.
I was like,
she's looking at us all crazy. I should have been at 7 o'clock.
I blame it on the clients though. We had a couple.
I even told her I was like
15, 30 minutes early.
Everybody we book comes half an hour later.
And it's like that's just like my workouts. You gotta be 15, 30 minutes early. Like beat traffic today. Like I'm from LA. I was coming from LA. I didn't know what to expect. But like I said, you always gotta be on time. Gotta be early. If you late, that's just a sign.
Kaylin was eager to get on a podcast and tell y'all to be early.
That tells me if you on time, you late.
Exactly.
Early is on time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I second
professor
that.
that used to do that, but he was even worse. You could get there on time, and he would mark you as late. He would say, or he would mark you as absent. He would just be like, "You didn't get here. You got to get here before." Like he was just like that.
See, but college, that's what they do to you in college to teach you discipline.
Yeah.
Right.
To teach you that. I mean, I went to 2 years of college, and I even tried out for the Pierce team, and I was like, yo, these dudes are huge. I didn't want to. And then that's when I knew that, the dog in me was in the barber life, not in the boys' life.
Have you seen that?
That's why you need some steak and potatoes, man.
Nah, real talk.
Steak and potatoes. That's what you need.
Have you seen that documentary of the JUCO college in East LA?
Oh yeah.
Netflix is it called?
Last Chance U.
Yeah,
Last Chance U. That was a great documentary.
Mm-hmm. I think it's on. They had 2 seasons of basketball now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because one of the guys,
I like those stories in there because a lot of guys are at this point they're trying to go to a D1 college or like a good college, or go overseas and stuff like that.
While we on that topic, kind of East LA, that's a JUCO. A lot of times, people and players, they want to go to the UCLA's, USC's, and Dukes. And when I was out of high school, I was like, oh yeah, my skills, I could for sure play at a USC, UCLA. And then I was like, it's a lot of politics, and then the politics and adversity comes, and it's like, a lot of times there's players like including me, like I didn't go to USC, UCLA, Kentucky, which I should have, but I just worked 2-3 times as hard because it's like they don't know. There's players at D2s and, you know, different NAIAs that are just as skilled, but they don't know their journey. They don't know the path. So it's like, and then when you make it, when you go to the WMA, when you go to the league, you just, you know, you tell them your journey. It's like how you got there. You just kept working, stayed in the gym, stayed in the lab, just kept working hard, you know?
For sure. It's all about consistency and persistence. If you don't have that, you're not going to get far in life. Like,
exactly. That's why it's like, it's not about the USCs and UCLAs because that's a bonus. Don't get me wrong. If I played at UCLA, USC like I should have, that's just the automatic, you know, bonus. Plus my skill level and work ethic and all that's an automatic to the league. Because players at LSU, UCLA, that's an automatic most of the time.
Right.
You may not even be as skilled, you know.
And it's crazy. How do you feel about these girls that are like at LSU, they just won it and then saying, I'm not going to the WNBA. I'm going to wait and I'm going to take this. And then, and what is it?
I would do NIL, dude. Yeah. I would do the same exact thing.
They getting like, what, 3 million?
Right. 2, 1 million, 3 million. Yeah, because I would do the same. I'll stay in college. I'll stay at LSU, you know, and still make more money than WNBA players.
That's
I actually
what they were saying.
Feel like the NIL deals are great. You know, I'm going to get into Puma and Jordan. I got to start marketing and promoting myself as well and getting some NIL deals.
Well,
you know
here's
the
other question. So you started playing before the NIL deal, correct?
Right, correct.
So how was that prior, and then how is it now after?
I would say, I mean, now it's blessed. Now it's great. I can get paid with NIL deal. I feel like when they didn't have it, you know, it was hard. You know, LA is expensive, so you know, yeah, you got to get some income. That's why I'm looking forward to playing professionally overseas. But with this NIL deal, though, I'm looking forward to that. That's just, you know, a blessing, just extra money in my pocket. So the NIL deals are great.
All right.
So have you already touched yours already then? Or they haven't came at you?
Not yet. Yeah.
So what do you have to become more popular for that opportunity to come, or is that part of the how you get that, or is it coaches?
Well, a lot of time it's just marketing and promoting. I mean, like I said, if I was at a UCLA, USC,
that was like hands down.
Yeah, it's automatic NIL deal. But you know, I just got to promote and market, and once I get, you know, my stats and footage and everything this season that I'm gonna get, you know, it's gonna be a lot easier. But I can talk to Jordan, Puma, you know, the coaches I have now that believe in me. I can work on that, you know,
that's
as well.
Dope. And that would also entice you to kind of stay in college, right? Because they're making more money than WNBA players.
Right, but I got to be at a UCLA, USC by then. I'm not going to be at this school right now, you know, long, because, you know.
So how many more years of college do you have left?
Well, eligibility, I have 2.
Okay.
Or maybe 3-2, but I'm going to go straight pro, obviously. But with that NIL deal, I'll probably do, so like I was saying, I'm going to go to Azusa Pacific. I'll play 1 year there. And then I may, if I want maybe that last year, I may use that like USC or, you know, somewhere, and then go WNBA Pro.
We got a Azusa Pacific.
Or I was going to just play for Azusa, APU, and then go straight after there to overseas because I'm getting a little older, you know, so I don't want to be in college. The NIL deal is great, but like I said, if I get, which I will, get a great year at Bethesda, great stats and footage, and then APU, and then I'm just going straight overseas in WNBA. 2 years, man, 2 years.
Yeah. APU is a private, so... It's a private and
private Christian school, and I was actually there at a game not too long ago because I met Coach Tim Hardiman.
Okay.
And Coach Hardiman, he's great. He's been there 16, 17 plus years, and when I saw his team play, I was like, man, I would love to play for a coaching team like that. Great chemistry. You know, no jealousy, you know, good ball movement, shooters, good, like my style of play. And he knows the game. It looked like all the girls loved each other, enjoyed playing for each other. And I want to play for a team and a program like that. So,
how does, you mentioned jealousy. How does that happen? Or how does that happen? Because I know how it happened. But how do you handle that type of adversity in a team when you're like, you're just trying to be the best you can be, and then you get this type of energy?
I mean, I would just say the schools I went to, it's not my skill level. I'm way above. I'm a Division I player. So it's like the schools I've been to, I'm more talented, you know? And a lot of the guys, coaches, and everybody knows it, you know? I show it every day, every practice. So a lot of times they don't have the same skill set and skill level. So they hate, and, you know, that's where the jealousy comes in, and they... You know, the coaches would play them and would rather lose. And it's like, I want to win, you know, and I got to go somewhere where my talent is respected.
Right. And
where I'm going to show my talent. So it's like, if they want to lose, and it's been a lot of losing programs where I've, you know, been on the bench and just watching my team lose. And I'm like, the politics side, it's like the coaches, of course, they're not going to tell you why. And then they just preach to you, oh, you're good. You know, why are you not in the gym like KK or KB? And it's just like once I'm in an environment with real hoopers and professionals and Division I players, you know, I showcase my talent. You know, that's when there's no issues, no jealousy. It's all about getting better and having fun. You know,
Right.
It's all about basketball.
Dang, so it's just.
Do those people also like withhold the ball from you, like while you're doing
Yeah,
plays
they
and
don't
stuff
pass
like
you the
that?
ball. Or?
It's just like I'll, you know, score. Once I start scoring, you know, they'll go like that's the opposite way, or like the coach would tell me. It's just certain things like that. It's like it's where like those coaches, they know what they did, you know. I don't need to point out what coaches, but it's like my work ethic and talent. My talent speaks for itself. So it's like the losing records that these coaches had, 3-15s, you know, the 4-12s, they still have it. You know, they not winning. So it's like I'm gonna be on TV soon, and I'm gonna be going this season with Coach Cam. And I'm going to be at a winning program, winning school, and they're going to see me on TV and be like, oh, I should have played Kaylin Brown, you know?
Right.
But everything happens for a reason.
Everything
so
happens for a reason.
Keep pushing, keep moving forward,
Exactly.
right?
Like you said, that storm, the silver linings in no clouds, it's going to happen. Like, that's
Preparation and opportunity got to meet somewhere.
Right.
I mean,
it's going to be the storm, but, you know, like I said, I'm stronger now. It's going to be a rainbow. I'm going to have a great future. Spring is going great. Training's going great. And everything's a blessing, you know, just waking up each and every day, getting better.
Sheesh. And as far as overseas, where would you want to go?
I'll say probably I want to go everywhere. You know, Australia, Italy, Spain. Like I said, my good friend Diego, he's actually playing in Italy. He's from Italy. So he's loving it. He's like, when are you going to be a pro? When are you going to be a professional? When are you going to come out here? And I'm like, man, just grinding, taking it day by day. I'm going to be out there in 2 years. I'll be out there to see you.
Can you get an agent now?
Yeah, I can get an agent
And
now.
like maybe test the waters and see what opportunities?
Yeah, I actually went to Puerto Rico and played basketball against the national team. That was great. That was a blessing, and I played good, played well. It was good competition. The Puerto Rican team is great. So I had a great time. I was out there for a few days or a week or so, and I'm actually going to go to Australia coming up in November.
Okay.
So I'm going to test out the waters in Australia to see how I like it.
Damn.
Have you learned the language, like Italian language, to be able to navigate over there a little bit? At least?
Not yet. I got to have him teach me. Not yet. I'm still working on Spanish, Espanol. So I gotta get my Espanol up.
Me gusta. Like Kobe said that one time when they got Pau Gasol.
For real. That's dope. So Italy, and you said Australia, and why Italy?
It's just Mamba, bro.
I was gonna say that. Is it the Mamba?
Yeah, my man. Then like it's just a nice, pretty country, great city, good basketball. Anywhere in Europe, you know, like I just hear good things about Italy. Like I said, because my friend Diego is playing out there, so he tells me all about it.
Oh, dope. And as far as hobbies, what do you do when you're not playing basketball?
So hobbies, man, I like to play chess. I like to read.
Snap.
Yeah, I like to read a lot of motivational books. I like photography. I take pictures on the side. I like to go hiking. I'm in a hiking group once a month. We go hiking. So that's pretty much
That's
my
dope.
main
So
hobbies.
you keep to yourself, play basketball, family, and then so you're very centered and you're goal oriented. You know what you want.
Yes,
you know
sir.
where you're
Yeah,
going.
very goal driven. Yeah, very self.
Who instilled that in you?
I would just say probably my trainers and my mom. You know, I'm very disciplined. Like I know what I want, and I'm not gonna let the obstacles or anybody or tell me I can't do it or I'm not, because I know I'm good and I know my talent and I know the work ethic is gonna get me there as well. So
your mom's just been on your head, like you gotta put in the work.
But she didn't even really tell me, honestly. She didn't tell me that. I just like as a young kid, I just woke up every day. Like she doesn't tell me, are you going to the gym? Like even now, like,
She here, so we gotta confirm it.
Right.
Mom, she's
Yeah, she doesn't tell me at all. Any day to wake up, go to the gym. I do that.
So how do I get my daughter like that? Nah, that's
It gotta be in the genes. I'm just kidding.
For real. I mean, yeah, it does. Cause I mean, I love basketball at one point in my life, but like I said, I went to Pierce and I got that reality check that I'm not gonna get any taller. And then there was a black Mexican kid on the team. I forgot his name. I think it was like JP or something like that. But this kid was my height and can jump out of the gym. And I was like,
I mean, Curry, Chris Paul, not tall. You don't.
no, for sure not tall. But I'm 5'5". I was like, he's 5'5" and he's almost dunking. I'm like, God damn. He was like
what
doing.
Was that, Spudway? Who was
Yeah,
that?
he was on.
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, he was on that level. But
Okay.
and I was just like you said, I wasn't eating my my potatoes and steak. So
Yeah.
he must have been eating his potatoes
I
and
guess
steak.
so,
'Cause that's what
man.
made me give up. Because I was
Ends
like,
up be eating McDonald's.
I was like, this kid right here. I was like,
eating that McDonald's, that
it's-
junk food. That
for
junk,
real, nah,
yeah.
it definitely was. So it tripped me out because at the same time I was cutting hair already, and then to see him, like, I don't know where he went with it, but it was just intimidating. So keep going, man, because it's a lot. It takes a lot to show up every day and put in that
does,
work, and like
right.
it's intimidating sometimes. That's probably people why they're hating and jealous
Right.
sometimes because they're like, why is she always working out? Why did she, you know? And it's like, nah, because she knows where she's going. That's why. She's going to manifest her destiny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but
It's the same thing with Kobe. They didn't like when Kobe worked out.
Facts.
Then they had to work out.
Right.
They had to step up
Shaq.
their game. You know?
And it's like, if you're lazy, like Kobe said, I don't want to deal with you, right? Well, like when I just listened to this video today, like when he's in his cage, don't talk to him, don't bother him or nothing. You know, he's in his cage, he's working, he's grinding, you know? It's like, you can't push somebody to do something. That's like, if they don't want to work out, like I had teammates who were like, we'll work out, you know, it's going great. And then all of a sudden they stop working out and then they play 40 minutes a game. And it's like coaches playing them 40 minutes a game. And it's like they're not in the gym, you know. They just show up to practice and they automatically play 40 minutes. I'm like,
a lot of nepotism going on around there, right? A lot of favoritism going on.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately. But like I said, when you want the right program and with the right coaches, they see that. They see your talent, you know.
That sucks, man. 40
you said
minutes?
You like photography. What type of photography do you capture?
I like nature. I like sports photography. I actually did some USC, some college basketball, and then some football photography, sports photography, football at my old school St. Mary's. I did some photography, photo shoots, nature, just whatever.
What type of camera?
I got a Nikon.
Okay. And then what type of lens?
Just like the sports zoom lens.
Okay.
Yeah. D3500. Okay. But I kind of want a new camera, new lens. I need, you know, new lens.
You need a better aperture frame?
Yeah, better aperture frame.
Okay.
That's dope. What got you into photography?
In high school, I actually was in this photography program, and I liked the teacher a lot. So I just picked up a camera and started taking pictures, started shooting, and I loved it ever since.
Do you also do the editing as well? Or
I do Photoshop, Lightroom. Yeah, I actually have to get back into it. It's been a minute. I haven't, you know, picked up my camera. I'm gonna this summer probably get back into it.
Take it for your hikes and stuff, like
yeah, for sure.
I feel like Manny has a love for photography that you taught me, put me on a few things.
Yeah, that's why I ask questions.
When I was younger, I remember I used to see you a lot at church.
Well, I used to work doing that actually.
Really?
Yeah, I used to work taking pictures for weddings, taking pictures for 15s.
Who was your dad? Used to do that too?
Huh?
Your dad did that?
Nah, my uncle did.
Oh.
And my uncle's the one that would take me with him.
Gotcha.
And back then it was easier to do that than it is today. You know, back then people would like to get individuals. Like you can get one person to do photography, one person to do video, one person for this, one person for that. So in a weekend you could easily make anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 on just let me do your photography.
So did you just do the wedding, or did you do sports photography?
No, I would just do weddings. I would do 15s, baptisms, whatever it was. That's what I would do. I would do like one gig on Saturday and then another gig on Sunday.
Okay.
So I used to do that, but then I stopped doing that because then it changed. The game changed in the sense that no one wanted to hire an individual. They wanted a package deal. So then my cousins, they currently still do that. I have cousins that currently still do that, and they offer like the package where they'll do like, they have the person that does the photography, the videographer, the DJ, the limo person.
Hold up, they want all that together?
The people want that because it makes it easier for the person. If they just hire one person that has everything, it's a one package deal. It's a one price.
So they should just get a wedding coordinator,
prices,
right?
So like my cousin does that. He just gives them the whole package. Like here's everything. Here's the price.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at like a videographer for me, and I'm like, because I need some, you know, like I said, some good footage and highlights. This season's gonna be a great year, so. They were saying like, and a lot of photographers, they do video, so they do both. So I can knock that out in one. But
that's the other thing. If you just do photography, you can't cut it anymore. Right. You gotta learn.
To do both. And then the videographers though, I'm like, how much you charge? You like 300, 400? I'm like, can I get a packet? Yeah. This is for, I want a documentary, so this is more like for a documentary as well. So, you know, like Mellow Ball, the YouTube documentary, you see everybody. I want that. That's separate. But also, like, per game, so, you know, their prices are kind of, so I kind of need a package deal. Maybe if I do, like, 5 games this year, like, maybe the whole season, I got to work that out, you know. But, yeah, it's Yeah, you got to be able to, afford that. With that NIL deal, man, that's no problem, right?
So the school is the school you're going to right now is gonna be a D1 or D2?
No, it's
or
actually
a JUCO.
No, it's actually like an NAI.
Oh, okay. So do they offer those deals at those type of schools too, or?
Yeah, my head coach would just have to get a videographer.
Got you. Okay, got you. So it's like it can happen then.
Yeah,
you
it
can
can
definitely.
happen. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
sick.
probably.
Okay.
When are you gonna be starting at Azusa?
I was actually gonna go to Azusa this past year, which I didn't know I wasn't playing at this school. I could have just went this past spring, but I'm actually gonna go this upcoming fall. Not this upcoming fall, but the following. So what's it, 2024?
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna play at Bethesda this season, and then I'm gonna go.
So your season hasn't started this year yet?
No.
When does it start?
In the fall. So we doing spring and summer training, and then
your season ended, let's say last fall. What?
Last season I didn't play actually.
Oh, okay.
I just trained and worked out so I could be ready.
Got
so
you.
I saved that eligibility year. So
okay.
Because you can't play when you transfer. Is that why?
No, you can't. I just didn't want to play honestly this year because like I was already transferring and I didn't want to. Well, the new recruits are coming in this upcoming fall, so I wanted to play with them, the new team. And then also was halfway through the season. I didn't even want to go to this school. Like I wasn't gonna play at this school. I was gonna just go straight play at Azusa. Okay. But the assistant coach, I've been knowing her for 5-6 years. And she was like, hey, we need a point guard. I want to, you to come play for me and Coach Tiana Campbell. And it was her second year. This is going to be her second year. So it was her first year last year. Yeah. And I actually met her at the Women's Drew League, this pro league that I played in. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, I need a point guard. You want to play for me? And I was like, on the fence, like, I don't want to play at this school. They're not known, any of that. Yeah. But and then I had a good opportunity. So then I was like, oh, I'll play for you. So then that's how I found out about
this is tape. This is me getting the keys to the team. This is a lot of experience. That's great opportunity in my opinion.
So then you're playing 1 year for them, and then you're doing another year for Azusa?
Yes, sir.
For your final year?
No, I have 2 years. So I have another year after Azusa. Okay. If I want it, but I'll probably just go overseas Wnba. I'll probably be done with college.
Oh, nice. Dope. Yeah, because by that time you'll be what, 26, 25?
By 25 I want to be overseas.
You want to wrap it up?
And are you working on your bachelor's?
Yeah. So I have one more year.
What are you majoring in?
So communications, broadcast journalism. That's why APU. I was like, they
actually have an excellent program.
They have a great communication, broadcast journalism. So I was like, and it's a Christian school like where you went. I was like, I loved it when I went on campus. I didn't go on campus. Sorry. The game was cool. The game was great, but the campus I drove by, I looked at it. It was a nice campus.
Yeah, you got two campuses. You got the east and west, and then you have a trolley that takes you in between them.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm ready for the actually day in the life. I'm gonna do that soon. I was supposed to. They've been emailing me and contacting me about that, but I've been so busy. But I gotta go down there and do a visit and all that.
Yeah, and plus, if since you won't be there for you don't have to. You get apartments as you get older. So your freshman year, you dorm.
Right, and then they said the juniors and seniors.
Yeah, just juniors, seniors all get apartments.
Right.
So then you can live in the apartments that are close by there and stuff. Yeah, I lived at campus. So,
the apartments were nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't have that college experience.
You plan on commuting?
I don't know if I missed that part right now.
You said, am I commuting?
Yeah, when you go to Zeus, are you going to dorm?
Oh, no, I'm at apartments. Okay, I'm going to stay on campus.
Yeah, because
Zeus is far from LA.
Yeah, she's probably going to be hitting that Chick-fil-A, bro. That Chick-fil-A is literally across the street. It's across the street, literally, from
No, she had chicken and potatoes.
Steak, bro.
I'll probably 1 or 2 nights I'll maybe go out, but mostly meal prep probably during the week, you know what I mean?
Dope. And how early do you work out to do your first workout in the morning?
Said how early?
Are you like Kobe 4 a.m. in the morning?
4, no. If I'm with my brother, we do 6 a.m. So we do 6 a.m.s. But with my team, we go 10 a.m. But I'm leaving the house at 7 a.m. I'm taking the bus and train from LA to Anaheim. So I'm out of the house by 6:30. So I got to get down there by 10.
So it's a nice little commute
little journey. Yeah.
Damn.
Commute on that.
Is that when you listen to your books?
Grind, yeah. I got my headphones in. I got either my Mamba Mentality Kobe videos or that Nipsey playing, or I got Drake or Lil Baby. I'm just.
What's the warm up playlist?
Warm up playlist? Man, that's all right. I'll say I gotta have some Nipsey on there, gotta have some Drake. I like the old Drake. I like a lot of Lil Baby, a little here and there, Forever, on me. Kind of like mixing it up. I also like 90s R&B as well in country. So I like some Jason Aldean, some Luke Bryan. I like Luke Combs. And, I got the 90s, the Jenny Wine, John B, New Edition Joe. I gotta be even killed. So, I can't always listen to rap.
I'm gonna put you on to it's not like you say you can't always listen to rap.
Yeah, I gotta
so
be
in your
in the middle.
warm up, do you ever listen to music when you're warming up for a game?
Yeah, I always got
That's
my
what you're
headphones.
talking
All right,
about.
so
That's why I said
check this
warm-up
out.
playlist,
Next time you're on the court and you warming up like that, I want you to play James Brown.
James Brown. All right.
play some James
what
Brown.
What song?
To be honest, any James Brown, James Brown's gonna have you playing with the ball like a yo-yo. I'm telling
like
you,
a yo-yo, my hand is gonna be on the
like,
street.
yo, where did this come from? And it's James Brown just, I got the feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be that type vibe. Trust me, it's something else. Like, cause it's always got me hype. It's always like, and then he's screaming. He's like, it's trust me, James Brown. Even to work out sometimes.
It's the boss. That's the one that is gonna make you feel that way.
That one right there.
Gotta pay the cost.
I like that new song, Big League. I like that Yo Gotti and Mozzie, Big League.
Is that off the drama tape? I think that is off the drama tape.
I don't know, but that's
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah,
because that is a dope song.
That's a good song. I like that song. That gets me lit.
You know who actually dropped the dope album? Jack Harlow dropped the dope album.
Yeah, I know you guys listen to that Jack Harlow.
I fuck with that album. But hold on, let me see. Big League. Nah, never mind.
Big League, Yo Gotti, Mozzie.
I just heard a song with Mozzie, but it was on the DJ Drama album.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
But this one, it's called Been a While. It's called Been a While with Vori, G Herbo, and Mozzie. That's a dope song too. But then there's another one that goes hard. It's called Forever with Fabulous, Benny the Butcher, and I forgot who else. But it's DJ Drama. That whole mixtape is hard. Oh, yeah. So you like hip hop, R&B?
Yeah, a little bit.
Country, I heard.
Yeah.
Who do you like? Country?
I was saying Jason Aldean, Luke Combs. I like. Luke Bryan, I like Buddy Jewel.
Who's that new light skinned dude that everybody's talking about? The country singer. My wife loves this dude, man. What's his name? The light skinned dude. Kane Brown?
Oh, Kane Brown.
My
wife
wife is like,
Kane
yo,
Brown
take
too.
me to a concert. And I'm like,
I love me some Kane Brown.
I was like, I already took you to Bad Bunny. She's
I
had to take her to watch that since I took her to Bad Bunny.
Oh, you went to that Bad Bunny? Yeah, I like Heaven though. Kane Brown, Heaven. That's a good.
I'm gonna have to peep that because every time she plays it in the car, I knock out. I'm sorry, I'm not a country guy, but she says that this guy is kind of like blending the lines between R&B and country.
Yeah,
kind of.
So he's a little bit in the middle.
There's a couple songs that I vibe to, but then some songs just put me to sleep. But
and then I gotta go with the Janae Aiko, the Her, Summer Walker.
You gotta let's go R&B.
A little bit of
Bryson
everything.
Tiller.
Yeah, Bryson Tiller.
How you feel about Brent Faiyaz?
I don't really listen to him much.
No, I like Brent. He's a little toxic sometimes, but what about Giveon? You like Giveon?
Don't really listen to him much. You gotta put me on.
Giveon is dope. He got some dope like romantic love songs.
Okay.
Like, but that's like the new R&B, I would say.
That's the new R&B.
But I don't know. I like them too. You got any R&B you recommend her?
I'm like
Joe
R&B
and John B.
for
New
me,
Edition. That's your ear,
For
right?
me, R&B, you're talking like Neo.
Oh, Neo. Usher. Oh, yeah, that's your
yeah.
Neo,
do you Neo? That song make me cry still to this day.
That's R&B for me when I was growing up.
Just to bring it back to the Lakers real quick. How far you think the Lakers are gonna go this year?
I think he's asking you.
Man,
he's asking your opinion on it.
That's gonna be a good series. I mean,
we got the Warriors tomorrow. Exactly.
Game 1 is tomorrow.
I'm a little nervous. I'm clutching this mic like, damn.
See, Warriors aren't good on the road. That Sacramento game 7 was tough, but Jordan Poole got to step. Curry can't do it by himself. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know he been non-existent this whole series.
Jordan Poole got to step up.
Kings, I haven't this whole series. I ain't heard nothing about Jordan Poole.
Well, I'm a Laker fan,
Austin
right?
Reeves got to step up.
Like, Austin Reeves, right? I'm a Laker fan, so yeah.
D'Angelo got to step up.
D'Lo,
bro.
D'Lo got to step up.
Like I said earlier, AD needs. Bro, they don't got a big.
D'Angelo though. I feel like
the Warriors don't have a big that can hold down AD.
Right.
That's why AD needs to go off.
Bro, that's the thing though. Draymond's gonna be
kicking
like,
people in the balls.
He's gonna be hitting him, bro. He's gonna be going at Draymond's gonna be the one going at AD, bro.
Yeah,
Trust
Draymond's
me.
gonna get in your head and all that. You just gotta stay composed, man. But Draymond,
he's gonna be calling him street clothes. He's gonna be calling him all that, bro. You soft.
I think D'Lo. I feel like D'Angelo got to be more aggressive, man. He got to look to score more. You know,
D'Angelo,
he's too passive.
I was listening to ESPN radio today. They're talking about he has a very low field goal percentage in the playoffs,
right.
like just career wise. So he definitely got to bring that up.
You got to shoot a high percentage as well. Percentages are key. You know, you got to shoot a high percentage.
I also feel like he should play with a chip on his shoulder, given that he used to play with his team.
And they let him go.
They let him go. You know what I mean? Right. He was basically there just using him for cap space in a sense.
Him for Wiggins.
Yeah, for cap space.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And honestly, when the Warriors got him, when he was balling in Brooklyn. Those Brooklyn years, he brought that team up.
Yeah,
Low
he played
key.
good in Brooklyn.
I like that. I like when they had the Biggie jerseys too.
Yeah,
because that was when he was playing.
I got that one.
Right?
I got the 72 Biggie one.
Is it his jersey or is it just?
No, it says Biggie in the back.
Oh,
and
right.
then it says it's number 72.
Yeah. So, he gotta have a big series in my opinion too.
My favorite, Hachimura, gotta go off too.
Hachimura, he's consistent, bro. That boy
He's
he's 6 man, bro. He's
Since
6
the
man.
moment he came to the Lakers, I'm like, I like this kid, man. I like him so much.
Up
And I was
coming.
telling them, I was like, the reason I like him is because he does the basics right.
Right, like that's all the little things, the details, right? That doesn't get noticed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like,
get noticed
I was like,
on the
he's
stat sheet.
he's not like a lot of people were like, oh, he's only dropping 10. I was like,
Right.
but he's consistent.
He's consistent.
He's consistently
right.
dropping
And he plays
10.
his role though.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
does the little things.
He don't
right.
do too much. He don't do
doesn't
too
do
little.
much. Right.
But he just gets the little basics right that I'm like, I like
Fundamentals,
this kid.
gets the
Let's
job
go.
done.
Let's go.
I'm just
Like,
worried that Curry's gonna go off or Clay's gonna go off and
Curry's gonna go off. You know, man, that boy can shoot.
we just
man.
can't let him go off. Like LeBron
We just
better
gotta
be.
run him off the line. You know, make him
Damn.
drive, and AD gotta help and pin that right, pin that off
For
the
real.
glass.
I mean,
Exactly.
AD had a great series defensively against the Grizzlies. I mean, he had over like the 25 blocks in that
he
Oh,
played
series.
for
great
sure.
defensively,
So he
AD.
and within five
Pray
feet of the paint, they weren't doing
please.
anything.
No injuries. No injuries.
So
no injuries.
I think if AD shows up like that, we gonna be all right. You know what I mean? And at the
Plus
end of the
you
day,
got Dennis Schroeder,
Yeah, Schroeder.
that can play defense. You also got Vanderbilt, who can also play defense. Any of those two, you put them to lock up Curry.
Like with Curry, like he's such a great shooter. Like I feel like if you get Schroeder to get in his grill, you know, make him run him off the line,
Yeah.
just ball pressure, play up, and make him drive and tough finishes. Like
Hit him in
AD,
the chest.
you know,
Just hit him in
yeah.
the chest every time.
And
he
make
get the
him
ball.
draw, like make him draw too. He gonna kick. Like he got to play make and make a good decision. But
All
with
right.
AD, that defensive presence, you know,
I think that this series is going 7 games for this reason that
Another
the
7-game series
I-
for the Warriors.
I think the
Shit.
league is gonna squeeze
Milk
the
it.
hell out. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
milk this,
7
bro.
games.
Yeah.
Curry versus LeBron again now in the second round. Like
That's gonna
you're
be the
giving
most
league
watched
too much
series.
power,
It
though.
is gonna be the
I
most
feel
watched
like
series.
it is, but I feel like that's like
I have the Lakers in 6.
I'm a
man.
big
Lakers
conspiracy
in 6.
theories,
Yeah.
but that's just
it's gonna
me.
go 6 or 7 games.
I have them.
but
I give it 6 or 5 games.
Lakers in 6.
I'd rather 6
I
because
say
the 6th
6,
game is
yeah.
here in LA.
Exactly.
oh, Sixers in LA. Yeah, we
Yeah.
gonna win at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna beat them over there.
I think we're gonna probably win tomorrow night because we're more rested than them.
I got five to.
So we probably win that first game. We probably lose the second game. It's a 1-1.
what is
Come
it?
back home.
We're gonna win 4-1, I think. Yeah, 4-1. They're gonna
5
win one
games?
game. 5 games. I feel like.
The thing too is that the Grizzlies were the team that they were going the most east for, so it was the most travel they're doing. I mean, they're going up to San Francisco; it's an hour flight. So like it's
And there's a lot of Laker fans over there too.
and it's also San Francisco. It's in my opinion, I think I'm right. It's a better city than Memphis. You know what I mean? There's more to do. Probably got better
That's
food,
the issue.
better
You're
amenities.
gonna be doing the wrong stuff. They better just be focused, man. LeBron gotta get this team and be
yeah,
like,
LeBron.
let's just go to the
he sets
hotel,
the
come
tone.
back.
Yeah.
He sets the tone for the series. LeBron does. You know what I mean? He has a good game 1. I think the rest of the Laker squad, you know, follows right behind him. But I think it's going 7 games though.
I feel like me, like I'm not a
Scott
LeBron.
Foster's about to have some questionable calls. You know what I mean? We're gonna see some crazy stuff, like, you know what I mean? Because even throughout the season, bro, there was like the crazy thing is that these two teams were basically 1 game apart, but the Lakers had the tiebreaker. So if the Lakers would have had just 1 game, and there's a lot of games that the Lakers lost this season because of blown calls, like against the Celtics, against the Thunder when LeBron broke the record, like a lot of those games that the Lakers could have won. So the Lakers have their number, and for me, it's like LeBron when he faced off with Curry the first time. All right, Kyrie Irving was injured. Kevin Love got injured. You know, he only had Dellavedova out there. That was basically it. Then the next time around, he comes back 3-1. And that was the season where I was like, yo, LeBron, you the king for sure, bro. You king.
Yeah, see me, like I'm not a LeBron fan, like just his style of play. I'm a Laker fan, so if he is a Laker, you know, I'm gonna support LeBron. He's
For
a great
sure.
athlete, but like his style of play is just, I feel like his skill set, I'm not a fan of. You know what I mean? But he's strong, great athlete.
Slow
but
down
he
the
does,
game.
Yeah, but I mean, he does make good decisions. You know, he does play make, and he is gonna make the right plays. Just the thing is, like
He loves to take his time,
right,
slow it
he's
down.
patient. He's make sure he gets the
Run
best
the
shot.
clock
Right,
down.
but his game, I feel like. It's like I'm putting my head down, going to the cup, going to the back, you know, and it's like he's strong, he's athletic, yeah, but like I feel like I'm more like I like players who could shoot. You know.
Well,
and,
I feel like
just remember the play. Remember the play where LeBron took. I think he made it go to overtime against the Grizzlies, and it was sure like he
made
willed,
a great pass though to Schroeder in the corner.
Not that. It was that game. But remember when he drove in overtime and he like took. Dylan Brooks to and it was like
and he did it with the left.
But it was like, did you see how he laid the ball up where it was like I'm hitting I'm just furious.
You talking about over Jackson, right? When he finished that?
Yeah. But it was like
to take it overtime.
And then it was like off the back of the backboard, right?
It's because I feel,
but it was almost like, dog, it's just physicality. I'm like you're saying, I'm gonna just get there because I'm this big, this strong. You're not gonna stop me, and then like that's it.
But
and he made the bucket. I'm like, Kobe would have been like off
the floater, maybe a floater or fadeaway off.
Remember when Kobe did the off the one leg in the back, and it went over off of the against the Suns when it was like. He had Luke Walton. He passed him a ball. He went inside, and then like it went over teardrop over the backboard. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Kobe, everybody, and then he was like, "Whoa."
But I feel like the thing about LeBron too is after that Warriors series where he won, and then they retooled with Kevin Durant. That's when I feel like LeBron started, not that he was working on a shot, but he started going towards that type of style more. Right. Because when he came to the Lakers, he was shooting threes a lot more.
Right, he's
going in the post a lot more.
That finals, remember LeBron and KD? Well, he was trying to keep up with KD in his threes. Like KD was hitting threes, and then LeBron was trying to hit threes too. And
that's why I feel like right now this series, it's like it's a more even keeled playing field because when they had Kevin Durant, that was cheating, bro.
Like, the other player that needs to really step up, in my opinion, is Beasley. He's a top 5 3-point shooter,
though, bro.
Yeah, top 5 3-point shooter, but he can't shoot for the Lakers.
But he fell out the rotation already because he can't shoot for the Lakers.
And he's like, it's also this guy. I don't know if he's, from what I understand, I don't think he's been in the playoffs that much either, too. So the pressure's on. All that stuff has a big thing to do with it. I think that, don't get me wrong, he's a big part. But Byron had mentioned Schroeder. Schroeder's another one that, you know.
Oh yeah, no, he can get to the line.
Schroeder's
he can get to the line, and that's what I love about him.
He sets the tone off when he comes to the bench. So it's him and Hachimura off the bench, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That need to really make it happen. And my question is who's gonna be our backup for AD this series?
Well, isn't Wnba back already?
I just saw him play garbage time minutes, bro. I didn't really see him play.
Nah, because I mean, they played Gabriel last time for that ending.
Because honestly,
he played well. He had a couple blocks.
I even saw certain times where they were putting like.
They were running a very small ball
where like Hachimura was like the tallest guy out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like this series, it's gonna kind of be similar because I think Kevon Looney's they're big, right? Right. So.
But he's a 7-footer, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm saying that's their big.
They still got a big.
Yeah, I look at more guards, but I think Wnba or Gabriel, like you said, it would be the backup for AD.
You know
what I mean? I don't know. I prefer Wnba. Like
Wnba.
It's just Gabriel.
It's a fair player.
I trash talk him too much.
The way I look at it.
It's just he's too lanky.
Use your 6 fouls, yo.
Hey, small ball always wins though, but you need that.
In the paint.
Like, hey, small ball wins. You gotta be able to shoot and get out in transition, but you need that high rebounding is key too. That's rebound.
Yeah, like there are moments where Gabriel does good. It's just I just feel like he gets bullied in the paint, especially when you need to rebound because he's very scrawny.
Oh, we got Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, you guys don't think he would get used in the series?
Oh yeah, Tristan Thompson.
I think so. Honestly,
he got playoff experience.
The fact that they're gonna be chucking threes up and on that rebounds,
at least
bro.
one game.
Right.
He's good at rebounding.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And
you just hope that Chloe don't mess up his game in his head. You know? Having another scare pulling up on like I thought you was at the basketball practice. And he's not.
What about the women's side about that? Caitlin Clark. Let's talk about some Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese.
That's all I was saying. How do you feel about them not going pro? I'm tripping. I'm like, I would go pro.
I'm just talking
overseas.
I'm talking about when Angel Reese was all like this and Caitlin.
That was BS, yo. Like,
and it's like they were going at it, right? But I feel like you can't walk across a player and disrespect them and go like, you know what I mean? Like you can't do that. That's not humble. Where's the humility at? And it's like. If Caitlin did it too, but Angel Reese, they're talking about, Angel, they're all talking about Angel Reese doing it, but not Caitlin. They both did it. You know what I mean? Which I love competing. I love trash talking, but just doing all this and like right in front of your face, like that's too much, Reese. Chill out. Calm down.
I feel like she did that because she felt disrespected more when she did it to her, you know, and then just like she was getting a lot more notoriety because she was like being called the Curry of the league.
I mean, she was getting more media attention.
But it's like Reese was getting all that, and then Caitlyn didn't get any attention, you know. And it's like, if you know, they both did it. Kaylin should have been, you know, they all calling Angel Reese names and disrespecting her. That's out of line, you know. Period.
Yeah.
That's out of line. This is out of line what she did to Kaylin, but Kaylin also did something too. But it's like, out of respect and the humility aspect of it, it's like, don't walk by a player and do that, you know.
But I mean, they were both being disrespectful to each other. But I don't think, at the end of the day, I'm like, it's a ball game. Like,
right.
I don't think that they deserve the scrutiny that was given to them from either side. I'm like,
I feel like the media
the media
they didn't have
just
nothing else to
twisted
talk
it.
about, bro. They just was like, let's talk about two college females doing,
especially
being competitive.
Here's
like,
the other thing. I think the media was setting it up to where like they wanted the white girl to win it.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest.
that's what I was saying. That's why I think she did that,
honest.
because she was being played as the media darling the whole season.
Yes.
And that's all, you know.
Every time I was looking at my feed, it's like, look at how much she's scoring. Look at how well she's doing.
But she was balling, bro.
And like the other
she
one,
was balling.
The other one got no attention like that. And
but it's because she was balling. She was doing some stuff that like you don't average 30 in college ball. It's very hard. Like coaches usually don't let you shoot that much.
Right.
So she was just doing stuff that like, you know, she was putting up numbers and she was supposed to be the media darling. But then this girl came into the March Madness and started balling her ass off.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like the WNBA draft was great this year, but next year with Kaylin Clark and Paige Beckers, I like Paige from UConn. Paige Beckers is another shooting young player. And there's a lot of good players out there. I mean, I feel like women's basketball, we need the respect. They don't market it and promote it enough, and I feel like it's the revenue, you know, ticket sales. I feel like more people should come to the games, you know, especially this year with Kurt Miller. Man, Kurt Miller, the Sparks head coach now, man, Kurt's gonna be doing big things. And
is that what's her name's sister? Reggie Miller's sister?
No, that's not. No.
What's Reggie Miller's sister? Didn't she play WNBA too?
Cheryl
Miller.
Yeah.
So hold up, they got a new coach named what Miller? What's her first name?
No, I was saying the new head coach for the Sparks is Kurt Miller.
Miller.
He's already been the coach there. He's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. So he was.
They need to go get Derek Fisher.
he was at Connecticut Sun. He's gonna win championships. Don't get me wrong. Kurt Miller, that man, he's gonna get championships. But he's gonna get the job. But Rashonda Gray, my good friend, she's actually playing with the Sparks. She's a vet. She's been in the league 12 plus years, and she's a mentor actually. So I'm gonna be going to a lot of games, and
that's good.
You know,
so you're already surrounded by the people.
Yeah, I'm surrounded
where you're
by
aiming
people.
for.
Right, that's what it's about. Surrounding yourself with the right people that want to see you succeed. Surrounding yourself with the right crowd, with the right circle. And she said, see, training camp.
You gotta
is
tell
tough.
her. You gotta be like
training camp started yesterday. So I was talking to Gray today. I was like, how did training camp go today? She was like, man, it was good. She was like, I'm sore out. She was taking an ice bath. You know, she had to recover and get treatment after that.
You gotta take when you go to those games. You gotta take your camera and practice on that sports.
You right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get
Try
some interviews. I got to get some interviews with Kelsey Plum and Coach Miller. And
there's this one account on IG I really like as JNG Alert.
Okay.
And this guy like he goes and he takes like a lot of he just shoots players. You know what I mean? And it's different players. And what I like about it is he uses their highlights and he puts like a quote or a tweet on there. Like it's usually inspirational, motivational. So I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You can be doing it for the WNBA.
Yeah. Get some pictures and videos, some interviews with Plum and Gray and Coach Miller and all that. Skylar Diggins and everybody.
Damn, Skylar Diggins be balling too, yo.
Yeah, Skylar Diggins. Also, the Sparks got Zaya Cook. Zaya Cook's a good little shifty guard, athletic. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Sparks gonna do for sure.
You think who's gonna win the WNBA championship this year?
You know, Vegas Aces is always the favorite. I like Aces, you know, but I like the underdog. I'm like Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, you know, and Asia Wilson, that duo. But man, I don't know. Hopefully the Sparks, but we'll see. You know,
damn,
Phoenix is good.
The Sparks.
Seattle.
What do they need to do to win a championship, or what kind of?
Well, they just got a new head coach. That was the missing piece, and they need some shooters. So they got Lexi Brown. So
it sucked to see Candace Parker leave, man. I want her to come back.
Yeah, I thought she was I thought she was from LA. I didn't know she was from Chicago.
Yeah,
I did my research. She played for the Sky a little bit, but but I feel like it's gonna be a great season, great summer.
Cause we had Cambridge too, didn't we?
Yeah, we had Cambridge too.
She left too, though, right?
Yeah, she left, but you know, Cambridge, I just feel like she's too soft. She got to get aggressive. She's too soft.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like she's becoming more of a off the court sensation more than she's really focused on basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you're 7 foot, and if you're soft like that, like charming tissue, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I was 7 foot. Man.
Hey, you saying facts right now. I just feel like she's like going more towards like she'd rather do modeling than play ball.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like
I'm like players with
to each his own, you know.
Yeah,
but
players with that size, man, you automatically a pro. You already getting looked at.
But then it's crazy because then I see her work out with Chris Johnson, and she be putting these dudes in like a spinner. Like she be doing the back like posting up and everything, and then in the WNBA, like she's crying over fouls, and I'm like, yo, man, elbow somebody and just like lay it up, somebody, dunk it. Cause she's
and
she's
then
good
Jordan
talent.
Canada too. Jordan Canada, she played at AU Pro Hoops. And Jordan Canada's a great smart point guard. But
I need to watch her.
Jordan Canada playing for the LA Sparks, but now they're just adding more scorers. You need more scoring guards. She's more facilitating guard, which is great. But Zaya Cook is gonna bring probably some scoring ability. And Lexi Brown, like I said, man, her 3-point shot, she's great. I can't wait to see Brown. She's a Brown like me. So we got to be able to shoot. Brown shooter. So
let's go.
So yeah, I'm just ready. For a great WNBA season.
Would you want to go to Sparks if they drafted you? Or
I would love to play for the Sparks. Yeah, my hometown. Play for Kurt Miller. Yeah, that would be great.
That's dope. So, damn, in the next couple of years, we could see you playing for the Sparks possibly. Yep. There's no equivalent of the Clippers, though, right? In the WNBA, there's no equivalent. No. All right, good. All right, that's just
but I mean, any team I'm grateful. Aces, Mercury. Seattle. Seattle has a good coach, Noelle Quinn. So Seattle may be a Joel Lloyd. So Sue Bird retired, so they may need a point guard in Seattle Storm. So Noelle Quinn got to give KK gets buckets a holler, right?
Ooh,
I'm gonna keep my options open, but yeah, I would love to play for the Sparks for Kurt Miller.
That'd be crazy if they actually bring that Seattle Supersonics team back too, because that's crazy. I don't
think they are because Vegas is supposed to get a team before Seattle does.
And also, I feel like the WNBA, they need to expand and get more teams too. They're
what other city would you give if you're the commissioner? Would you say let's get a team in there?
Is there a Canadian team, women's team?
No, they were actually talking about. So we have 12 WNBA teams now. So they're actually talking about adding 2 more. I think they were talking about in Canada, Toronto was one of the cities.
Oh shit!
So that would be good.
It's interesting because when that happens, they do a certain type of they do something so that team gets drafted players and also veteran players, you know what I mean? When there's an expansion team, at least, you know what I mean? So there's a mixture. Sure. It's just not all like rookies in the team.
And there's only 12 players, 144 spots. So you had training camp this week,
144 spots.
Yeah, it's not that many spots in the WNBA. Wow. So you gotta really in training camp. That's when you really kill. You
got 12 teams, bro.
You gotta lock in. Yeah, you got it.
In the NBA, there's 300 players.
That's what I'm saying. It's double that. So in the NBA,
32 teams, 15 man roster. Yep. That's wild.
That's why you gotta be consistent.
You gotta be consistent and show up in training camp. Does
the WNBA have a developmental league like G League?
I don't even know. They don't even have a G League.
G League for them is the overseas, right?
Yeah, going to pretty much.
But it's crazy because they get paid more overseas. Though.
Right.
How'd you feel about Brittany Griner going? I mean, Brittany Griner. What's her last name?
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah,
right. Because last time I confused her with the other girl, and you guys corrected me.
but that's
which girl did I confuse her with?
It's Grinder is the other one.
But that's why, that's why I was gonna say that's why WNBA players in the off season go overseas. So a lot of them do both. A lot of them.
She had been going to Russia for the last 5 seasons.
Right, she's been there
that's
for a while.
That's what I'm saying. How did you feel about that situation? Did that make you feel like, damn, maybe Russia's not at a spot I would want to go to?
No, I mean BG Grinder's been there several years, so it's you should know better. You've been to the country. It's why would you do
especially at the time where right now there's so much turmoil going on with Russia.
Right.
And I feel like that's where it's crazy. Where it's because you're saying she been there, she probably thought she could get away with what she had.
It's it's not LA, it's not Cali. You can't bring a weeping. You know what
that
you can bring.
That shit was crazy though.
I'm you should be smarter than that.
Right.
So I'm not mad at him at all. I have no comment that. You know what you should have done, and that's on you.
Kaylin would not put herself in that situation.
Not at all. You got to make better decisions.
Exactly.
Than that, BG.
That's crazy though, because she spent almost 6 months there, probably.
Wow, I think about 6 months.
And she's back in the NBA, WNBA, right?
Yeah, she's back. She's back with Phoenix at training camp. So yeah, she's back.
So their season about to start rolling, right?
Yeah, May 19th, season opener, May 19th. They got a preseason game May 14th.
Who the Sparks got? First game.
I think Sparks got Phoenix.
Oh,
Sparks got Mercury first game.
Wow.
May 19th. Yep.
You gonna be there?
I should be. I usually work every game, so I'll try to be every home game at least, right?
Got it.
So yeah, I'm gonna be there. The preseason game, Mother's Day weekend, the 14th. So my birthday's the 12th. So I'm gonna probably treat my
Taurus
mom to
gang. Taurus gang.
Shout out to all the Tauruses. But yeah, probably go to the game on Sunday. Go to breakfast with my mom on Sunday, and go to the game.
Dope.
Speaking of Tauruses, it happens to be my little Mambasita's birthday today. I just wanted to ask you, did you ever keep up with her,
I didn't
style
really-
of player? How far you think she would go, or where do you think she would have gone if she
I
goes
feel
to the
like,
NBA?
man, she was a great player for that young age. And having one of the best fathers, one of the best players, one of the greatest Lakers, in my opinion, and the greatest scorer and the Laker, Kobe Bryant, that is their father, she would have went really far. And, it's just sad to say RIP to Kobe, RIP to Gigi, she worked really hard. And, everything that Kobe did, her dad did, they were always in the gym together shooting. She had that turnaround fade at 13, 14, right? It's like certain things that her dad, instilled in her. And I feel like that she would have been a great player. And it's really sad because, like I said, Kobe's my favorite player. And it's emotional, like talking about it and like watching his videos still, listening to his motivational speeches, and every time it just like it's crazy. It's
Still
just,
choke up.
Yeah, I still can't imagine.
Same.
It's
My
very
favorite
sad,
my
very
favorite interview of his was his Muse documentary that he made.
Okay.
That one's my favorite one because it's just him telling you everything. You know what I mean? It's not like other people's perspective. It's just all him.
Right.
Post retirement, right?
No, that was he released
Achilles.
that like the last
When
year.
his Achilles was messed up.
Yeah, like
he was.
that's when he
that was
did
like the
that.
And
road
it's
road
like
to
he was still in the
recovery.
league when he
And
did
it's
that.
like Kobe's my why and purpose. Like there's each and every day because it's like just like his positivity and like how much he inspired the young kids and inspired the youth. It's just he was a great father, a great mentor. He did a lot for the city of LA, and a great player. And it's like there's not that many fathers out there, obviously, in this world. So it's like I didn't have a father. So it's like if Kobe was my father, I know all his kids are thankful and blessed to even have a father like Kobe that really cared about you, really took you to the gym, and really showed you what that work ethic was like, just so you can succeed and accomplish your dreams and goals and just stay goal driven. So I know that was just a tragic.
It
sad,
is,
very
yo. Like
emotional.
I feel like I still cry every time, like, and especially now that I'm a father, I think about it, and like to think you're on your way to take your kid to play ball, something you do almost every day with your daughter, something you do, or in my case, I have both male and female, so it's like I thinking about that, like taking my kids to play soccer, taking my kids to play basketball, and then something that tragic happening. And then thinking about Vanessa, like what she must have been thinking when she got that call, when she's like, they never take the helicopter together, and she must have been on her way or whatever. I don't know, man. It's just.
And I feel like honestly, like they shouldn't have even got, in a
It was so
helicopter
foggy,
because it's
yo.
foggy, the weather conditions. So it's like you shouldn't even have went,
Right. But I feel like the way I hear that the pilot was just trying to take Kobe where he was meaning to go, and like he must have just been like, I got this, and then.
But it's like the pilot should have known. Everybody
Yeah,
should have known.
exactly,
Like the weather
like-
condition, you can wait a week or so to go to a tournament game. It's like it's not worth that. You know what I mean?
For real, because like now the league basketball is gonna miss. Like Gigi's not gonna get the opportunity to do what she
Right.
could have done, and I feel like basketball could have got, because Kobe was. They said that he was trying to do something with the AAU to where it wasn't what it is now, where it was more fundamental. It was more like Euro League, where like people actually knew basketball, not just one-on-ones and
Right,
stuff
where
like
they
that.
teach the game. Yeah,
Right.
IQ is really important. Teaching the game of basketball. Like my trainer, PD, it's cool. You can show your handles here and there, but like 10, 15, 20 dribbles, like you got to get to your spots in 3, 4 dribbles, 2, 3 dribbles,
Yeah,
counter,
exactly.
right? So it's like you cut out counter, finish, Euro, whatever. You know what I mean? High pickup, low pickup, a floater, teardrop, whatever, over the big. Like counter the defender in 2, 3 moves, combo moves. So it's like you're not working on 6, 7, 10 dribbles, It's like you got to get to your spots and be efficient.
Yeah, I've
So-
seen a breakdown of that. I forgot what player. There's an ex-player from the NBA where I saw this video he made where he's like, there's a lot of guys in the gym who can like do all these nice
Right.
dribbles and everything, and he's like, but in the NBA, it's not about
that.
all these moves I can
Right.
do in order to get there. It's like
2, 3
can
dribbles,
you
score,
make
pass.
it exactly? Can you make it in 2 moves
Right,
and 1
2,
move?
3 move, 1 move.
Can
with
I get
pass
out
shot.
there? Yeah, exactly. And it's like that's where the discipline comes in.
Right, and
Yeah.
like that's really like I
And
said,
it seems simple, but it's actually very complex.
Just to think, J. Cole tried to go to the NBA. It's not that easy, buddy.
Yeah,
like
it's
he
not.
he saw
but like
something
I said,
else.
you got to play the right way. So like I said, your handles is good to show in there, but 10, 12, 15, you're like, the best players are smart and efficient. You see Chris Paul, you see Luka Doncic, you see all these guards, they get to their spot. If you don't have a shot, you swinging the ball, move, pass, cut, screen, move without the ball. It's all quick, but patient and not all that dribbling because you just, a good defender's going to just sit on that and lock it up. Like, it's a wasted possession. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
At least pass and cut, man.
Right,
Like,
pass, cut, set, a screen, on ball screen,
Yeah,
off
that
ball,
was
just
one.
move without the
That was
ball.
one thing I hate about the Lakers this season. Earlier in the season is everybody just be watching the ball,
Right.
one-on-one ball. and I'm
One-on-one
like,
show, just watching.
yeah, I'm like, what are you doing,
It
bro?
was terrible
Like,
to see.
It's like you
Move
gonna set it down
around.
screen, you gonna cut
Yeah.
set screen on ball, you know how move
That-
it out the ball.
That's the type of basketball I hate to watch sometimes. Like, I
Right.
get it when it's like fourth quarter.
Right, when
ISO,
the shot clock's going down,
it's
ISO,
like
okay.
ISO, you
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Sometimes
Right, get out the way, 10
Yeah.
seconds left in the shot clock, ISO.
mean,
I
not
love that
even-
video where he's like, I know what this means. ISO.
But the thing that's crazy about it, like you don't even see somebody like, all right, you're gonna ISO, at least post them up and get to the basket in that way. Nah, it's just like a weird pull up for a three and it's boink long rebound. We're going to transition the other
Like,
way, and I'm
one
like,
thing
bruh.
that I like, Magic Johnson and back in Showtime, they talked about how they had a play that they could run for each player. Like,
Right.
you know, even if it was just for Kurt Rambis, for AC Green, they had something for everybody. And when you have a point guard like Magic too, that
Man.
the IQ is through the roof. He knows where they're gonna be at, even if he's not looking in that direction.
Right,
Like,
2-3 plays
Yeah.
ahead of time. He's reading the defense, help defense. He's already thinking ahead of the game.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic was great.
You know. So
Did you ever watch that show that they came out with?
No, I haven't. I gotta check it out.
That's a dope
which
show.
one? The Showtime Lakers.
Showtime.
There's that one, and then there's another one on Hulu where they break down the whole history of the
The
Lakers.
Hulu one is better.
I haven't
one's-
seen-
Well, the
I
Hulu.
gotta
Well,
tune-
There's
tune
one
in.
that's a docuseries, and
yeah,
then there's
the other
one
one's
that's
a
a show.
dramatized version of it. Yeah. So it's like,
on Hulu. I gotta check.
but
that
I
out.
will watch both.
Well, the
You Lakers fan, you watch
Hulu,
both.
the Hulu one was actually released by the Lakers organization.
Oh.
Right.
The one on HBO
It's made by HBO.
It was without the consent of the Laker organization, but it's a dramatization of it, basically.
I think it's not called Showtime. It's called Winning Time.
Yeah,
Winning Time, you're right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta tune
They
in.
call
I
it
gotta
winning
check that
time
out.
because they couldn't use Showtime.
Yeah, Lakers didn't give him the okay.
Yeah, because they didn't have the authority of the
It's
Lakers.
based
for
off
that
of a
one.
book though that a journalist wrote, and then they made it into a show.
Okay.
So it's from a perspective of that journalist. I forget the name of the journalist and whatnot. So he wrote the book, and then HBO picked it up, made the show, and it received a lot of backlash initially because people like Jerry West,
They didn't like the way they were portrayed.
they were depicted and portrayed. But you know, off of other people's interviews and stuff, it's like okay, it's actually
Jerry
pretty
West
accurate.
in the
you
show
know?
broke a golf club because he got pissed because they were drafting Magic Johnson, and then Jerry Buss was being portrayed as a misogynist, like sex addict. He was just having sex everywhere, and then like that's why he got the whole show premise starts with the announcement of Magic Johnson announcing AIDS or HIV positive.
Yeah.
And then it like does a weird warp rewind so it goes to when he got drafted to the Lakers. So it's a dope dramatization of the show. I liked it.
I did too.
But obviously the Showtime one on Hulu is just historical, like
Yeah,
factual.
that one's
it's
like
factual.
actual facts.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I'll
like
tune in.
one thing that I learned from that documentary was that Jerry Buss was about to buy the Cowboys, and because he had that Playboy image, the hardcore Christian Bible Belt people from Texas were like, no, we can't let that happen. So that's why he wasn't able to buy the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones.
and he sold. He used to own the Empire Building. He bought the Empire Building to
He
get
sold that to get the Lakers
to get the Forum.
and the Lakers.
I gotta do more research on Magic in my history, Jerry West. I'm lost in this conversation.
No, it's
right
crazy.
now.
Trust
I'm a little lost, so I
No.
can't hop in. I
The
gotta
whole
wait
thing
till the next
about,
topic.
but that's the thing. Like the whole thing about Jerry West when I was telling you about him breaking the golf club, it was a dramatization. Nobody knows it was true, but there are people saying that he was a hothead though. You know what I'm saying? So, but
He's very competitive and all that type of
right,
stuff.
but
too.
he just couldn't get it to where he was already out of like he was coaching at one point and then couldn't get them to win or kept losing even right there, and then he was just like, I just want to be out there. I remember that was one of the lines where he was like, I just wish I could still be out there.
He is
And
Mr. Logo.
for real. He's
Yeah.
always gonna be out there.
Definitely.
It's
It
crazy.
just
though.
sucks because he's a Clipper now.
How you feel about Kawhi Leonard? He's a LA guy, obviously.
And Paul George. Let's talk about both of them.
PG hat.
I mean,
Palmdale P.
do you feel like Kawhi Leonard should retire?
No, I don't see that. I think Kawhi should still playing. He's still
Because this is a
playing
crazy
good
thing
at
that
his
Stephen A. Smith said that he like if he's not gonna be helping the team win,
Yeah.
why is he taking
You
the
know,
42
Stephen
million?
A. Smith, man, that man, he'll say anything.
But that
right?
on that one, I could agree with him though because it was like they literally just he played one game in that series and then didn't play at all the rest of the series, and it was like, bro, you're in the playoffs. You didn't play at all, damn near the whole season because you had like the load management. And then when it comes to where the load management, this is why they manage your load for the playoffs.
Right.
Like you're not suiting up. I'm like,
honestly, and that's why like I hate that people give AD so much grief. Because I'm like, Kawhi
At
in
least
the
he
same
plays-
city,
Right.
and he's doing the same thing, if not
they
worse.
call them street clothes. They don't call the Kawhi street clothes.
Exactly, bro. And it's like you said,
But that's why I'm on
he
Ka-
paid
on
one
Kawhi's head right
game
now.
in the
Like, yo.
series, and AD just had 25 blocks in his series. Like,
And they
come
still
on,
call
yo.
them street clothes.
Crazy.
Like Charles Barkley would still throw a jab at him.
Yeah, because Charles
And I'm
Barkley's
like,
a hater.
You don't
Anthony
got a
Davis
ring,
got
bro.
A ring. Yeah, exactly. Bro.
AD at least got a ring, even in the bubble, but we got a ring. Do you count that ring, by the way?
I
Kaylin.
count that ring.
Let's
yeah.
go. She
Yeah,
counts
I
that
count
ring.
it, I count it.
Because all these other Clipper
Hey,
fans
bro,
be
the
talking.
two teams that were in the finals just beat the 1 and 2 seed in the East and West.
Let's go.
You know
And
what
it's
I mean?
damn near
And-
the same core team, too.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And honestly, with the Miami New York series, I would like the Knicks to win.
Oh, you in New York?
Yeah, because I like Julius Randle. I like the team that they put together. Because I don't feel like
Brunson. You like Brunson?
Yeah, I feel like there's no true star there. Yeah, like you can
Right.
say Randall's the perennial.
Julius is a star right there.
But like
Not a superstar.
have
like
a
Jim,
superstar.
they don't have
They
a
don't
Jimmy
have-
Butler
right.
star. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they don't have a star,
like on the other
right.
side,
But
they
Jimmy
got,
Butler's also just a star. He hasn't passed the superstardom, you know?
No, Jimmy Butler is a star for sure.
Yeah.
but-
Sure, but not like he hasn't hit that like Curry or
That Curry.
Luka
But I don't
Doncic.
even feel
Like
like-
Luka
I don't
Doncic
even
came
feel
into
like-
the league the second year, he was a superstar.
I don't even
Right.
feel like
That's
Randall.
John Morant.
Look at-
Bro,
yeah,
John
yeah.
Morant's a superstar.
But would you say that Randall's even hit that stardom? I don't feel
No.
That's
like.
what I'm saying. He's a star.
But so you're but I'm
He's still an
He's
all-star,
the
right?
star player. Yeah, he
He
was an
still
all-star.
makes the All-Stars,
exactly.
right?
That
Jimmy
makes you an
Butler
all- once you're an
though
all-star,
over.
you're a
I put
star.
Jimmy Butler over Julius Randle though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I would for sure put Butler over Randall. That's
So that's
Yeah,
why, in my
but that's
opinion,
just
Jimmy Butler's a
because-
superstar.
Yeah,
Then
Jimmy Butler is a
if
superstar.
you can't
I
call them
agree.
both a
Jimmy
star
Butler
if
is a
he's
superstar.
above.
Jimmy Butler is a superstar. I agree with that.
He's I would say he's an underrated superstar.
Underrated. Maybe.
Yes,
The,
for sure.
the media definitely doesn't give him the
Right,
superstar
yeah, he
title
doesn't get the credit. Yes.
because
That's it.
he's definitely like
Right.
one of the best two-way
I
players.
feel like Butler's above Ja in my eyes. I feel like
Hell
Butler's
yeah.
above Ja.
Oh,
come
definitely.
on.
Speak your
That-
truth.
Definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
he's above Ja. Just because Ja can jump out the gym, I mean.
I mean,
Butler's for sure over his
honestly,
game.
right now, how it currently stands, I put Jimmy Butler over James Harden.
See,
hot
I gotta sit down.
Yeah,
right?
he's like,
I
slow
gotta
your
quiet-
roll.
I gotta
He's
quiet
like, slow your
down.
roll.
Like I
Slow
said,
your roll.
as it currently
Hey,
stands.
Harden just dropped 45. That's my boy Harden.
Hey,
As it
56
currently
though?
stands, though.
56
As it
though?
currently
No, but
stands,
not
I'm not
even-
saying.
is that, huh?
I'm just saying as it currently stands, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I
Jimmy
personally-
Butler. She's like, I agree with you. I agree. Slow your
was
roll. Slow
agreeing
your roll.
with- I
Slow
was
your roll.
agreeing
Slow your
with
roll.
him.
Jimmy
That's it.
Butler.
Like-
Jimmy Butler showed that he was able to lead a team at least to the finals. James Harden yet to do that.
James Harden, I like.
And right now he has a
I
running
like
mate
James
in Joel
Harden.
Embiid.
My brother knows. Like I used to like his step back is an easy move to learn,
Yeah,
and
his step back is
you know, so it's like I used to use that move a lot, but then
Now
he
he
got
hezzy to counter to the step back though.
he got
Hezzy
away
gets to
from
the
it though. Like I feel like, you know how in the league he was going to the free throw line 18 times a
Yeah.
game.
He was doing that 4-point play, and then he can't do that anymore.
Exactly.
So
Once
he's
that,
not doing that low.
yeah, he can't do
get
that
to the
no
cup,
more.
get to the
Right.
free throw line.
So it's like that was killing me about him, but I still he got a solid game. I just like Jimmy Butler because he got that old school. I'm gonna back you down. You know what I'm saying? Like
post game.
post
Yeah.
game.
Come on.
Yeah.
Just
Little
look at that
footwork.
last shot to hit it to overtime. He's falling, throws it up, and it still lands it off
Yo.
the glass. Come on. There's not a lot of players that can do that.
Jimmy
falling.
Butler, Jimmy
Jimmy
definitely
Buckets.
underrated. Though.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
Jimmy
guys
Butler.
got to remember that he's the one that drove Miami in the bubble.
Yeah.
He's the
I'm
one
saying.
that took him to the final.
I put him above. I mean, call me crazy. I'll put him above Kawhi right now too. Put him above PG.
Kawhi Leonard
I'll
got him
probably
a
put
ring in Toronto, bro. You're tripping,
I'd probably put
bro.
him above Kawhi.
He should have
I'd
stayed.
put Butler.
Would you say he should have stayed in Toronto?
I don't. Yeah, for
You
sure.
think?
bro.
You
I
think?
I think.
But you
he-
think he'd be facing the same kind of injury plagueness that he?
That's
is?
what I was about to say. I think his knees was done. Period. Though, like,
Yeah.
because he was already having those issues over there.
I
like-
think Kawhi, if he doesn't have the injuries, he would be a way
Yeah,
crazy
if he
star
was
right
healthy,
now.
if
But at
Kawhi
the end of
was-
the day, he won 2 rings.
I think he
Well,
should have never left the Spurs.
I blame Zaza in that case because
Yeah,
it was
he
Zaza the
should've
one
never
that
left
injured
the
him
Spurs.
He should've
initially.
stayed on the Spurs with
Yeah.
Parker and Duncan.
Because
Yeah.
I remember that series. He was
He
about
stuck
to
his
take out
foot
the Warriors, bro.
He took his foot out.
If it wasn't for Zaza Pachulia doing that, like I don't know.
Damn, and
I
then
would have to say
that
that
went from an ankle injury to a thigh injury to now his knees is done.
And then Paul George's shoulders are just horrible.
Then Paul
Well,
George.
he has surgery on
like,
those
the
shoulders
game
is
I went
horrible.
to against OKC. I'm not a Clipper, but I went to a game because I coach and I had a free ticket, whatever here and there. And I was like, PG got hurt, and I'm like, man. It's like that's what I'm saying.
You saw him get hurt at that game?
Yeah, he
Oh,
hurt his leg.
yeah,
he
when
hurt
he,
his
like,
leg,
when he
and then
landed on
was
it.
walking past the
Yes,
tunnel right
yes.
by me because I was by the bench, and I was like, Man, like I was like, it's a wrap. It's done. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta take care of your body, recovery, weight room, like all that is important, you know. And especially in the NBA, it's an 82 game season. WNBA is like 36 games, 40 games. So it's like 82 game season. You gotta stay healthy. That recovery.
And you got playoffs too.
And playoffs back to backs. You know, you gotta make sure.
Weren't they gonna change it to 72 games apparently?
Yeah, I heard they were gonna, shorten the season.
For the NBA.
For the NBA, yeah.
WNBA needs to.
WNBA needs to add more games, honestly. Because I feel like 40
that too.
games is too short.
And what they should do also is they should have like a season and a B season. Since if they're not gonna extend the season, at least make it like 30 games here and then 30 games another season. Like it one in the fall.
I know there's gonna be an in-season tournament for the NBA too.
Okay.
It's gonna be that. Players smoke weed now.
I mean, I was talking to KJ and he told me that they stopped. I cut Kenyon Martin Jr.
Oh yeah.
And he was telling me that they stopped testing for that 2 years ago.
Oh, they stopped testing?
During COVID. Yeah, they stopped testing for weed, and then now it's just they literally made it official where they made the announcement.
So but then they tested again, or
no, they're not testing you for. So only thing, and then I was talking to Cassius Stanley about it too, and he was telling me that they're only testing for PEDs now, basically, and any like Schedule 1 type drugs. Wow. But I'm like, damn, who in the league would be taking Schedule 1? You never know. Damn, anything you want to share with us, Kaylin, before we let you go?
I'm just thankful and blessed to be here. I appreciate you guys. This was great setup, man. Great people, good positive vibes. I like the barbershop, man. It was just amazing. I had a great time.
Thank you for coming. I can't wait to see where you're going in life and in your career as a basketball professional athlete.
And I hope to see you guys at my games, maybe.
Oh, man, for sure. Hey, let us know. I mean, we're definitely.
Where's Bethesda, by the way?
Bethesda is actually in Anaheim.
Okay.
We're going to make a trip one of these days, man. We're going to have to definitely do that and check out a game and have our shooter.
You got to bring the little one, too.
That too. Yeah, so she can see.
Or when you're at APU, Manny's going to show us his old stomping ground.
All right.
Yep. So both, maybe a few games at Bethesda, a few games at AP, and then I'll be a pro by then. I'll be on TV.
Then we'll be courtside at the Sparks.
Yeah, courtside.
Thank you.
She has courtside, not the middle row. What's good?
Hey, she's a Drake fan. She should know that line.
But I'm gonna make sure for sure, you guys. When I go pro, you guys all get courtside too. On me.
That's crazy, yo. I can't wait.
But yeah, it'd be dope too if like once you get to APU or even at Bethesda, you were talking pretty highly about your coach. We could have your coach on. That'd be really cool too.
That would be great. Coach Cam would love to be on the podcast. I'll let her know as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. She's actually doing a Coaches Through Christ, so she does a little own podcast herself too.
That's
Coaches Through Christ.
So you should do a coaching podcast. You should bring. Yeah,
she's Christian.
She's Christian too.
Dope.
Yeah. We're definitely trying to get more women on the podcast, so I think that'd be dope.
That would be dope.
If you can throw us that alley.
I'll throw you the line.
We'll try to dunk it. Yeah. We'll try to definitely dunk that for sure. Just because I've been on my own faith journey lately. I don't feel like nobody's perfect, but I feel like as long as you're striving for progress, God sees your heart and everything. So I feel like definitely would like to see what she's talking about, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna for sure.
I kind of like 10 likes on that one.
I'll let her know.
I kind of like 10 likes on that one. I'm just point that one out.
Like. That's it, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much.